Hooked up. My name's Captain Chris Newsome, and what we're going to be tying today is what I call a stinger hook clouser minnow. And basically what it is it's a classic clouser style fly with a trailing stinger hook on it. The way I like to fish it is for fish that are being a little sluggish, that are short striking the fly, not completely swallowing it, and that trailer stinger hook will catch your fish. So it's a great fly for finicky speckled trout, bluefish, and the like. So first thing we're going to do is tie the stinger hook. And this hook here is what they call a Gamakatsu drop shot, split shot hook, short shank hook. And then for the leader wire material, I use this nylon coated stainless steel wire. But to start off, it's going to wrap a line of thread, base of thread on the hook. Then we're going to run the wire through the eye of the hook, secure it with some wraps down on the hook.
How easy that is? It still needs to be run under some water.
And then what I'm going to do is just fold over that wire, and this is going to trap it so it doesn't come out when you catch a fish and it pulls on this wire. By folding it back over, it's going to be securely tied in there. So you're going to be good to go as far as that goes. All right, once I have it secured, I'm just going to put a few half hitches in here to secure our thread, then we're going to trim it.
So you're just looking for the soft one.
Then I'm going to use some of the light cure glue here and apply that on the thread. And what this stuff does is it's just going to act as head cement, keep that thread nice and secure from unraveling and falling apart if you catch a toothy fish like a bluefish. For people that tie with these light cure glues, they're cured by UV light. I like using these 100% UV resistant sunglasses. They will protect your eyes from the light. A lot of people don't wear them, but I think it's a good idea because your eyes are pretty valuable. So you just hit it with that light real quick and you're done. So now we're going to remove that section and we're going to place a new hook in the vise. For this, we can just use any kind of cheap old standard J hook will work fine. And first thing I'm going to do, just wrap a base of thread on.
It looks like that's what it's going to do. Take the glass off.
Then I'm going to get some dumbbell eyes and just secure our dumbbell eyes.
They cost. They ain't cheap. What's that?
What I like to do is make quite a few wraps in one direction around the dumbbell, then some wraps along the length of the hook, and then I'm going to take my thumb and pull hard back on this. And we're going to wrap it around the dumbbell in the opposite direction. And this really tightens down your dumbbells and secures them all nice and tight. After we have that done, we are going to add in our trailer stinger hook here. So what I'm going to do is tie this in along the shank of the hook. Just try to get it lined up here properly. There we go. We're going to line up the wire along the base of the hook, tie it in, fold it over, tie it back down in the other direction to secure it. Now I'm just going to trim up the tag end.
That's why I looked at it and said,
Okay, next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take some of this Arctic fox tail. You can use bucktail. This Arctic foxtail is nice and soft, has a lot of motion to it, so I like tying with it. So we're just going to get a clump of that. Pull off some of the under hair. Then we're just going to tie in that section of hair. Like that. Okay. After we have that tied in, we're going to grab some flash. So what I do, whenever you tie in flash or anything, I like to double it over the thread. This will keep it from pulling out. So we double it over the thread, tie it in. Just like so. Then after we have that tied on, we're going to wrap some of that flash down along the shank here.
I was going to get a more advice, but you're going to talk me out of that, Chris. I've got, oh man, watch the camera now. I've got, well, of course, everybody starts out with a ring set. I got 2 of those. Then I have a dining king salt water, and I like them at H&H. I love them.
So we're just going to. All right, so after we wrap that flash in, we're going to secure it down, trim it up. And add some more glue on here. It's like here glue to strengthen this this flash in here so it won't get chewed up. All right, after we have a good base of that, we're just going to cure it with the light real quick. Then we're going to add a little bucktail on top, and we'll almost be done. I'm going to do a little pink on this one, and then a little brown. So we're just going to get a little bit of pink bucktail, pull off the under hairs, get it all kind of even. And we're just going to add a little bit of that on top, kind of measure it off the length we want. And I'm just going to lay this right on top of the eyes and do a few cross figure 8 type wraps on top of there. Once I have that done, I'll go in and hit it with the light some more to secure this section of bucktail. So we're going to blast that with the light real quick. And we're done with that part. Now what we're going to do is add a little brown on top and we will be complete. I'm going to change colors of thread here, go over to some brown thread. So I'm going to secure off our white thread, tie in some brown, and add that brown bucktail. All right, so we have a little brown here. Just gonna try to get kind of evened out a little bit. And so we're gonna tie that brown in on top. I'm just gonna add some wraps, finish the head, smooth it out a little bit. Add a few wraps to secure. Now I'm just going to add a little more of the light cure glue on the head. Okay, now that all that's left to do is I'm going to trim off this hook that we tied the fly on. I'm going to trim off the bend of the hook. So I'm going to take some pliers, and I'm going to usually do this somewhere where it doesn't go flying everywhere, so I'm going to hide it for a second. Snap off the hook there, and now what we have left is just kind of a clouser minnow with a stinger trailer hook on it. Again, the way I like to fish this fly is for situations where the fish are short striking a lot, and we're missing a lot of fish due to short strikes. So I'll put this stinger hook fly on, and it's going to get those fish that are coming up behind and short hitting the fly. So now we can, up that bluefish, that speckled trout, that sluggish redfish that's coming up behind the fly and just bites that tail, is now going to be caught. Whereas otherwise, with a standard hook fly, we're going to be missing those strikes. So this is a simple guide fly. You know, I tie a lot of different flies of all different degrees of difficulty, but this is a great simple one that's very effective. And I use it a lot. I do charters down on the Chesapeake Bay of Virginia. So again, down there, it's real effective for the specks. So give it a try.
Here at TieFest today, I'm going to tie the one of my signature flies. I call it the turd burglar. It's a little crab pattern that can be variated and modified for whatever type of species of crab in the area that you're going to be fishing for. Today we'll tie one for the Chesapeake Bay, a small blue crab.